answer this question, which was raised also very frequent. Okay, this question. Can I attend mission trips with another church? Okay, can I attend mission trips with another church? And more specifically, like FCC, Faith Community Baptist, Faith Community Center, Church. Faith Community Church, FCC. Who knows what is FCC? Who do not know what is FCC? Jinghui doesn't know, right? Or don't know? Who knows what is FCC? Oh, you were from FCC?
No, my dad goes there.
Your dad is in FCC. Oh, can you describe to us FCC? Because I don't know.
Oh, it's a Pentecostal church.
It's a Pentecostal church. What else can you describe?
Well, that tells you that they're charismatic.
They're charismatic?
Yeah. So they believe in the sign gifts, the healing.
Believe in sign gifts, believe in healing,
divine prophecy, and
prophecies,
tongue speaking.
Tongue speaking.
They're a big church. Probably got around 1,000 plus members.
Okay. All right. What music do they have?
CCM.
Drums.
Yeah.
Electric guitars. Okay, so that kind of church. So is it okay to me to go on a mission trip with these people? Okay. Now, what do people do at mission trips? Share the gospel. Number 2, maybe help to set up church, right? And teach them. Okay, so these are typical things that people do on mission trips. And also FCC or charismatic church, okay? So now, can I attend mission trips with churches like that? Can or not? Can, of course. You can do anything you want. Yes, should I? Okay. Should I go? Is the question. Should or not? Okay, Shirley thinks okay. Shirley thinks yes. Shirley, do you pay attention? Do you heard what he said the church was? You heard, right?
Oh, yeah, I heard it, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so maybe Joe Chang, what do you think? No. Okay. Ime? No. Alright, this side no, this side yes. No. No. Why no? Because when I go, Joseph will be angry at me. Why no?
Because then you'll be the bit where it's teaching, then you'll be teaching them false doctrines.
You'll be teaching them false doctrines. Okay.
Sorry.
So you change your mind?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said it to myself.
Okay, you change your mind. It's
Sorry,
okay.
I didn't know it.
Yes, good that you realize. That's the whole point of Q&A. All right. So one no, right? Because one is you help them to spread their false teachings, right? Number 1. What else can you think of? Better still, give me Bible verses. All right? Because that is Shen Rei's. That is. Shen Rei's. You know, I'm convinced. You should not even take medicine that makes you drowsy. I hope during preaching today I didn't say anything wrong. Did I?
Can't remember anything.
Can't remember anything? That doesn't sound right at all. Okay, so now, that is Shen Rei's answer. But what's the Bible's answer? So one is that.
Amos 3:3.
Say again.
Amos 3:3.
Amos 3:3. Alright, Amos 3:3. Well, Amos 3:3 for everything. Amos 3:3 is, how can two walk together except they be agreed? Right? How can two persons walk together? Walk together is not you go shopping, walk on the street to the bus stop. This walk is about living together, doing things together, going in the same direction, and especially in the things of the Lord. Alright? How can two walk together unless they be agreed? God say doesn't work. Anything else? Psalm 1. Okay, Psalm 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. So there's one principle. Alright? Now this, oh, you said they are ungodly.
They're not following the word of God, so therefore they are.
They are ungodly. Means they don't follow God's word. way of the sinners. They're sinners. They're scornful. They scorn God's word. If God said don't do this, but they ignore it. What else?
2 John 11.
2 John 11. Good, let's turn there. Can you read for us?
For he that biddeth him Godspeed is partaker of his evil deeds.
Okay, write that down. It's a very good verse. 2 John 11. Shall we read together? 2 John 11. 10 and 11 actually. Let's read 2 John 10 and 11 together. Reading.
And bring not this doctrine, receive him not into your house, neither bid him Godspeed. For he that biddeth him Godspeed is partaker of his evil deeds.
Okay, so now God says, if any man come unto you and bring not this doctrine, what is this doctrine? It's all the doctrines that that the apostles have been teaching. The doctrines of false teachers, the doctrines about walking in truth, and so on. He said, now, if anyone brings false doctrines, and is charismatism false doctrines? Yes. Okay, we covered that. Okay, charismatism, they teach things which are untrue. So now, he said, if people bring this doctrine, receive him not into your house. Number one, you don't even invite them to your house to befriend them. Means close relationship. Okay? Number two, neither bid him Godspeed. Bid him Godspeed means wish him spiritual well. Wish him well spiritually. So you don't go around God bless, God bless. You know, people, everybody God bless. Sign up God bless everybody. You see people God bless, God bless. You don't anyhow God bless people. Don't anyhow bid people Godspeed. Alright? Understand? Okay. Because if you do that, verse 11, for he that biddeth him Godspeed. In other words, I wish you well spiritually, or I support you spiritually, is partaker of his evil deeds. You become partakers. Do you want to be partakers of their evil deeds? You do not want to be. Partaker of evil deeds means also this. Remember we studied in BBK. Why do we not want to be part of WCC, World Council of Churches? Why? Because World Council of Churches support the ecumenical movement. They're promoting the coming together of Roman Catholics, Protestants, promoting false teachings, other faith and all that. Now with that, we say we do not want to be part of it because we do not want to support. Once you support, you are partakers of their evil deeds. When you go on mission trip with them, you're supporting them financially, you're supporting them with your effort, you're helping them promote their false teachings, you're partaking of their evil deeds. Can? Understand? Okay? Any other verses?
1 Corinthians 14:6.
Okay, 1 Corinthians 14:6, the very famous verse. Let's turn there. Yeah? 6:14 is it?
14:6.
No, 6:14.
6:14. Is it?
Yeah, I always remember 6 die. Then say some more. Die and say, so don't do this. Huh? I always try to remember how. 2 Corinthians 6:14. Huh? You do this, not only say, you say it. Okay, now let's read together. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? And what concord hath Christ with Belial? Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? What agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living God. And so on and so on. Okay? So now this is a verse that tells us not to yoke ourselves. You know what is yoke yourself? Yoke yourself means, you know farming? The farming animals, you put two cows together or ox together, then you put this wooden yoke on them, right? Then he says, don't yoke yourself with they never let them put a donkey and an ox together, and then tie the donkey and ox together to plow the land. When they plow the land, you will see the whole land in a mess, because the donkey is very lazy. The donkey wants to go this way, the cow wants to go this way, then it will be a big mess. So he says, you can never work together, yoke together, spiritually, with those that disobey God. unbelievers. They do not believe God's word. They disobey it. Don't. So God said no. In fact, what does God say eventually? Can you please read verse 17 and 18 together? Let's read. Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate, as saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and my daughters, saith the Lord Almighty. So what is God's command? To go on mission trips with them, to stay in the church with them, or what? Come out from among them. In other words, God says, separate yourself from them. Okay? This is God's commandment. God said, do not only don't partake, not only don't say good, say come out. So you got to leave. How many of you have left charismatic churches? Many of you, right? Veronica also put up her hand. No, she was wearing a jacket. I was like, Veronica, you did? Okay, so now, why do you do that? Because the Lord said, come out. Not only God says, come out, but He said what? Touch not their unclean things. Touch not means don't participate, don't support, don't touch. Okay? Why does God ask you to do that? Why do you think so? I was having a very bad flu. Oh, getting better now. Now, how many of you like to see me sneeze in my hand and shake hand with you? You stay far away from me, right? Stay far away from people who are sick, right? Why? Because you get infected. So God says, these are infected people. They live in sin. They disobey me. Now, some Christians think like that, they are wrong. What I'm going to do is I'm going to infiltrate. You know infiltrate? Like spy. I go among them. I pretend to be among them. And then I'll slowly try and change them. Okay? Infiltrate. Did God say infiltrate? God say separate. Separate. Because separation is always for the safety of your own stuff. God knows that infiltration, you will end up falling sick. Okay? Understand, Jingwei? We always separate from the false teachers, false teachings. Always separate. Now, there's the other question we should often ask also is this. Can I go visit charismatic churches? Because my friends say, okay, you invite me to BPCWA, I come if you come. You come to my church 1 week, I go to your church 2 weeks. Huh? Then should you go? For the Lord said, I will sacrifice myself. I will sacrifice and go. You do that? Why don't you do that? It works, it's so good. No, your friend will come. And then actually come 2 weeks. While that 2 weeks, then I'll tell Preacher Joseph, then Preacher Joseph preach about charismatism. Then the person gets saved and changed and then leaves the church. Isn't it good? Very good, right? Good plan, right? It's a good plan. No, okay, never mind. You go and bargain. I come once, you come 4 times. Why not? Does it work? Why? Don't be smarter than God. If God's command is separate, be separate. No matter how much good you think it will bring, no matter what you think this is going to be good, don't do it. Because God says the opposite, separate. I'll give you an example. You know Billy Graham? Now, Billy Graham, when he first started, he was a separatist from Bob Jones University. Now, he preached the fundamentals of the faith. He preached separation. He wrote against the infidels, modernists. He wrote against them. But over time, he decided to infiltrate. I think it's Billy Graham. He even went to some of these concerts and he dressed like hippie. That's Billy Graham, right? He dressed like hippie, and all that. Be part of them. Be among them. And all that. Infiltrate. And you know Harold Ockenga? Okay, the person who started the new evangelical movement. His principle is also infiltrate. Now, at that time, because fundamentalists were fighting for the faith, because there were a lot of false teachers, false teachings, so the fundamentalists say we must separate from these false teachings and purge the church. But Harold Ockenga at that time, as a young evangelical Christian, he didn't like it because he said when we do that, when we teach that, we are alienating ourselves. He said we must live among them, we must be like them, we must try to reach them by being part with them. So our Harold Okenga keep wanting to be infiltrating. And in infiltration, you always end up with reverse osmosis. You know reverse osmosis? They get into you rather than you get into them. And as a result, Harold Okenga, in the beginning, he was against those that were saying that the Bible is not inspired. He was against those that were saying the Bible has errors. But when he started to infiltrate, he started to change very quickly. He started to believe in theistic evolution. You know theistic evolution, right? Means God created the world by evolution. He began to become part like that because it will change you. That's why this principle of come out from among them, touch not their unclean thing, is God's wisdom. Don't challenge that. Don't think you're wiser than God. You can go there among them and you can try and change them. Don't play the fool. I have personal experience of a pastor. I played with his little children from very young, like your age. They would jump on me and climb all over me and play, and they were very godly children. Right? Then they grew up, they became teenagers. And then one day, one of the teenager daughter had a boyfriend from a charismatic church. And she always grew up in a fundamental church with us. The boyfriend said, come to my church, just try. You know, she thought that she's very strong, so she went. And then she began to like it. She liked the music. She liked the people. She liked the dressing. She liked the jumping around. She suddenly felt liberated. Then she decided to join the church. Instead of practicing biblical separation, just obey God, touch not their unclean thing, don't be among them, come out. She started to go there. Then the father should have been wiser. He should have obeyed God's commandment, come out from among them, touch not their unclean thing. He sent the son after her. You go to the church, attend with her, tell her what's wrong, and get her out. The son went there. The son liked it. The son stayed. And the father was still silly enough, not wanting to obey God. Sent another daughter. You know the story. Most of his children attending charismatic church. The devil is very powerful. Alright? God knows we are weak. God said, separate, be separate. Okay? So don't say, I exchange place, I go once and then you come 3 times. What's the other problem of you attending? When you attend, you sound the signal to your friend, actually your church is okay also. That's why I'm willing to come. But if you send the signal, no, I will not come. At least you send a very strong signal that something very wrong with your church, so wrong that I would not be there. The moment you go, you send the signal, it's okay. You're willing to be part of it also. Right? Okay? Is it okay? Because this question always comes up again and again and again. Alright, so any other verses? How about Romans 16:17? Okay, let's read 16 and 17, or 16 to 18 together. Now I beseech you, brethren, Romans 16, 17 to 19, read together. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them that cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which you have learned, and avoid them, for they as such serve not our Lord Jesus Christ, but their own belly, by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. For your obedience is come abroad to all men. I am glad therefore on your behalf. But yet I would have you wise unto that which is good and simple concerning the evil. Okay? What does it say in verse 17? Number 1, mark them. You know what's mark them? Mark them. Take a non-erasable ink marker. Okay? Mark them on the cheek, on the forehead. Identify them. Mark them. Okay? Number 1, mark them means identify them. No, these are the ones. Number 2, these are the ones who cause divisions, doctrines that are contrary to what the apostles have taught them. Number 1, mark them. What's number 2? Step number 2? Avoid them, like a disease. Avoid them. Avoid them. God never tells us to buddy with them, rub shoulders with them. God said avoid them. Okay? And he says, these do not serve our Lord. They serve something else. Okay? So, this must be your personal conviction. I can show you these verses, I can tell you. But at the end of the day, if you feel, I still want to go, then you have to answer to your Lord. That you're contributing your energy, your time, your money to forward the kingdom of Satan instead of the kingdom of God. It's your conviction. No one can force you. That's why I always say, our church constitution is very clear. We support biblical separation, and we separate from all new evangelicals, modernists, liberals, charismatics, and its practices. So we're very clear. If you're not comfortable with that, if you feel that no, you want to be an infiltrator, you want to be someone who works with everyone, then do not take membership, because when you do, and you do that, then the church will have to take action. Okay? So it's very serious. The reason why it is in our constitution, and it's so serious, because this is how serious things are. Christendom today is in disarray because of compromise. There are very few pure churches around. Many of them are already gone the way of compromise. Okay? So because of that, we are not cults, we are not controllers, up to you. You must read the Bible, you're convicted yourself that that is what I believe is right. Okay? Alright? So any other questions about this? Answer your questions. Okay? Any others? No? Those from charismatic churches. Mabel, you're from a charismatic church, right? Yeah. Do you understand it? Do you agree with it?
You mean now?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. Okay, so you understand the explanation, right? Okay. I remember when we were talking about what charismatic movement is, and then I remember Mabel saying, my church is a charismatic church. No. You know, that is what it is. We can grow up in a charismatic church and we don't realize. Then we begin to study the Word of God and say, wow, this is what the Bible says, a charismatic church. Then we realize. And then when we realize, the Lord said, come out from among them. Touch not their unclean things. I receive you as my daughter and my son. Alright? So, who else? Those are Xing Yun. Alright, understand? Or any questions? We can answer it now. Clear enough?